First of all, on the phone to Kell Brook here. You're not fighting until hopefully July time, but some interesting bouts for yourself coming up. First of all, Shawn Porter versus Paulie Malignaggi. What are you expecting from that fight, and do you have someone you prefer to fight for that world title out of those two?
Whoever's got the belt, that's the main thing. Whoever's world champion, that's what I want to fight. I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. You've got the young champion, who just won the world title, who's got a lot to prove, and who's in there with Paulie Malignaggi, who's got a lot of champions and has got the experience. So I'm excited. To find out who's going to be victorious.
No, definitely. And of course, you fought in America already in your career. Do you think you could bring a world title fight over to these shores with either of those two?
Yeah, I boxed in America before on the undercard of Frotch Wood, in Atlantic there. With a great buzz, great experience. I thought a ring's a ring to me. I don't mind if I have to box in America or in the UK. As long as I'm in that ring fighting for that world title, that's the main thing for me.
Definitely. And of course, Paulie, he's someone that has done quite a lot with the UK media, and he seems to be, if he wins that fight, he seems to be the one that would be more likely to come over to the UK. Is that the kind of feeling yourself and Eddie have as well?
Yeah, I've got that feeling. He's a lot more saleable than myself and Malignaggi. A lot of UK fans. He's got a lot of fans in the UK. I think it sells big in the UK. And I believe that we could even go papers and we could reach to what he needs money wise to come over here. I think it sells big. I'd be very excited about that fight. But obviously, Porter, like I said, the main thing is for me is fighting for that world title. And I've been doing this since I was 9-year-old, and it's time to become world champion. So the main thing is to me to knuckle down in training now, train hard, and make sure that I'm absolutely 100% for my time.
Well, definitely. And you mentioned you felt if the Paulie fight happens, you think that could be a pay-per-view. And of course, on the 31st of May, we've got a massive fight at Wembley Stadium between Frotch and Groves. Do you think if it was Paulie and it was over here in the UK, and you mentioned pay-per-view, you being a Sheffield boy, do you think we could have that in either Hillsborough or Bramall Lane?
Yeah, I think it'd be Bramall Lane. It's already been talked about, not about the fight, but it's just in Bramall Lane. So I think that's where we'd be wanting to go, depending on how much it lit off. Well, it got announced. We kind of know how big a venue we could need, and we could have it packed the rafters in Sheffield Arena. Where I do like the box, but obviously I'd love to fight at Bramall Lane, in the summer, so it makes sense either.
Well, definitely. And you mentioned your preparations are underway. How are preparations going so far with the fight? Expected to happen around June, July time? Yeah,
obviously I'm not going full on, all out, but I'm getting good work done. So I mean, live mediocre training that I'm learning, and you never stop learning in this sport, and so I'm just positive, I'm out there, injury free, and I'm enjoying training.
Definitely. And will you be going over to the fight yourself? Will you be going over to America to watch Porter and Malignaggi go at it?
Yeah, I think that would be good, to see it live. I'll be watching either way, if I'm there or if it's on television. But just basically whoever wins, that's what I've got. So I'll be definitely watching the fight either way.
Definitely. And someone who you've called out a few times and you've been keen to fight, and if believed, Eddie Hearn offered Amir Khan a lot of money to fight you. Is that someone you're still keen to get in the ring with, Amir Khan, later on this year, perhaps?
Yeah, everybody keeps every interview I have, his name gets mentioned. But like I said, I'm going to become world champion, and if the fight happens, it happens. It's the fans that are going to get that treat, because I've been saying, you've heard it from me that, what I want to do. So,
definitely.
With that after being, it's public, Eddie's come out and said it publicly, and so, everything's there.
Definitely. And as world champion, when you get that belt around your waist, who else would you like to get in the ring with? Of course, the likes of Floyd, Mayweather are in your division, and you've talked before about you'd like to fight Floyd. Do you think that's something we could see happen later on this year, early next year, perhaps?
Who knows? Become world champion. Everybody knows that welterweight, in the red hot division, there's that many top fights out there, the top names. So, I just want to be amongst, them on that top table. And, I'm not far away now. I win that world title, and you'll be talking about my name again, with Mayweather and Pacquiao's and Bradley's of the world. So, that's all I want in this boxing game. The short-lived career. I don't want to be in this sport, just have an easy ride. I want to get in and get in with the best out there, before the game's over.
Yeah, definitely. And it'd be great for Sheffield to have. Of course, Sheffield is famous for its boxing. Lots of great boxers come out of Sheffield, and it'd be great to have another world champion in Sheffield. We've had the likes of Nassim Hamid and so on, so it'd be great to bring another world champion to that part of Britain.
Oh, definitely. 100%. There's been some great champions come out of Sheffield, and everyone's like kind of want each other, the fighters, and I want to be crowned, world champion and have my name up there with the previous winners.
No, definitely. Well, that's all the questions I've got for you, Kell. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a real pleasure speaking to yourself. Best of luck with all your preparations going into this massive world title fight, and best of luck on the night, and hopefully speak to you before then as well.
Thanks, Josh.